Looking out the bedroom window just before noon, and it is officially, well, it's been officially winter for a while now, but just to make sure there's no doubt in anyone's mind, there's our first real snow. This is the schoolyard field just outside our balcony property. See this this bush right here? That ends on our property here. This path is part of the condo complex. And this bush ends at the property, and then outward is the school field. So we don't have to worry about any super tall buildings going up and blocking our view of the mountains, which we can normally see from here, but of course, being a super cloudy day, we can't see the mountain. Can't see the mountains at the moment. And that is a large flock of Canadian geese grazing out on the field, probably getting their last bit in before they go fly off, I guess, for the winter. So yeah, that's that. Lots of snow. I don't know. Maybe no, it's been pretty cool lately. Lows of -8 overnight, averaging -2 or so during the day. Celsius, of course. Yeah, so let's just, since it's dark and dim outside, turn on the Christmas stars, or satanic stars, however you want to look at it. So that's the thing now. We don't really, we don't have kids and we rarely have company. So for Christmas I just put up some stars with the lights, just to liven things up a little. And then we have one hanging right here in the hall. That one's not lit. And then we have one more over here by the window, by the balcony window, which I'll also turn on. Attempt to turn on. A little bit of a reach. There we go. Whoa. Okay. That was nice. I like this one. Green. And then about the only other thing we have that is any kind of decoration is just on the front door. Grab my jacket. I'm going to head out and do a bin check. And that would be the last of it. That little stocking right there. And that's it. So, looks like I've forgotten my keys, so I better grab those. Melissa's out picking up a nice bucket of chicken. That would be Mary Brown's chicken, by the way. None of that KFC crap. KFC crapola. Yes, they were great at one time. Now they're just greasy and often taste like chicken that's been sitting around a little too long. Sadly, even when you get there and they've just made it fresh, it still tastes like that nowadays. I don't know what the hell's happened to Kentucky Fried Chicken in our neighborhood. I've made such comments before. Some other people have also said, yeah, their local KFC has really gone to crap as well. So, you know what's really fun? Trying to put a jacket on with one arm. That's what's fun. Alright, so let's see here. Jacket. Why is it so dark? Oh, there it is. Okay. Good enough. I'm just going out to check the bin. I don't really care. Alrighty, so shut the door. It's one good thing. I've been in this condo for about 15 years or so. So, you know, I'm gonna go. I'm not leaving the property. I can just shut the door. I don't have to worry about locking it because it's a condo. We all know each other here. It's kind of cool. There, that's a much better view. The field, the snow's not really sticking to the field, so now you can really see the snow. Yeah, that's the real deal now. A real snowfall. Alrighty, so, elevator or stairs? Elevator or stairs? Let's go. Take the stairs. If I shut off suddenly, that's because someone was around. I don't really care myself, but, you know, people can be funny about their privacy. And, they probably don't mind. Know me for years, but then again, I don't want to become one of those people, right? I don't want to be one of those people that annoys others. Just go about my business. And, yeah, it's very bright down here now because it was recently painted. They removed all the, I guess, wallpaper. But you can see the trim on the doors and everything is still shiny. He did an excellent job. I think his name was Mike. Friendly fellow. Just did a fast, thorough job of painting. And it looks great. It looks very clean. So, what more can you ask for? There's some Christmas decorations. What's this? Oh, it's just a container. No, I don't want it. We tend to put things down here we no longer want instead of throwing it out. And people have the option to take it for themselves or take it for someone else. You know, if it's something usable and something still in good condition. That's kind of the spot where that container was. We just put it down there. And it can be anything. It could be food items, you know. If you've picked up something you find you don't really like, but you figure someone else would like it, you just leave it down there. It's usually gone within a day or two. So, obviously, as long as it's not perishables or anything like that. I'm going to walk, hopefully carefully here. Don't know if you can hear that. That's the geese taking off now. Sounds like. Where are they? I can hear them. They're honking. Okay, try to be careful here. Walking in the fresh snow. I'm actually wearing my booties. I call them my booties, but they're not really. They actually look more like slippers, like black puffy slippers, but what they actually are. And no, I won't be using them for the actual purpose. Supposedly when you have, you know, people who climb mountains and do, you know, crazy things like that. Things I probably wouldn't have even thought of doing when I was younger and fitter, but I obviously would never do now. But, you know, overnight or when they find they need to rest, they find an area to put up a tent or whatever, some little coverage. I don't know the terms. I'm not a mountain climber, but anyways, they put up something that they can rest in, basically. And these are the kind of boots, or these are the kind of footwear that they would wear. Actually very warm, very comfortable, water repellent, all that. And I think my wife picked them up first for herself, and they were so good, we find, the design. You know, they keep you warm, nice and warm and cozy and toasty, but without overly so. They breathe. They're very well designed. So you saw they had a nice large size 13 pair for me. So I ordered those, and we got those, and they've been great. Because they're, even though I use them as slippers, anything good in there? It's like an old Motorola modem, kettle, another kettle, well, something like a kettle, and modem. No, nothing worthwhile. Hell, I've still got extra modems I gotta throw out myself. There's no point in those. I never know what to do with those though. I think I should probably break them or smash them in some way. I hate to do that, but I don't know, I'm always paranoid. I'm kind of a security freak, which is good. I wouldn't say to a paranoid degree, but just a sensible degree, and at least I feel that way because, you know, often in that bin, I'll find old laptops, occasionally an old desktop, and I mean, thankfully for me, often they're fine, they're working just fine. But with that comes the fact that you boot into it. There's no password protection. I boot right in. Oftentimes, even if they have a specific user to log in, they haven't put any password. So, you know, I get right into the OS. I'll usually look through if I find photos or documents to try to figure out who it might be of these 3 buildings. It's usually someone I don't recognize, because even after 15 years of being here, I just keep to myself. I say hi occasionally. I say hi to people who say hi to me. Out of hundreds of people here, I probably know the names of 5 or so. That's just the way I am. Yeah, that's called introvert. So yeah, I'll look through the contents of the OS, documents and pictures, sometimes videos, and usually I still won't figure out who it is, but it's funny, you know, you see people on their trips and during holidays and events, and then after once I've satisfied, and I always think to myself, well, this person's lucky that I am the one that got this, because, you know, even though you take it for electronics recycling or whatever, you don't know. You know the people that work in places like that. Everyone's the same. You find something decent and working, then you take it for yourself, and who knows what they would do with that same information, right? But I just format it, put a new copy of the operating system on it, and yeah, or I, you know, piece it out, use it for other things. But anyways, I always think to myself, wow, back to my original point, people, they don't think about removing the hard drive, or at least attempting to format, or, you know, worst case scenario, destroying it. I don't want people to do that, obviously. But, you know, if you didn't know better and you didn't know how to, dispose of your information securely, well, then drilling a hole into the hard drive probably wouldn't be a bad idea. But anyways, in regards back to modems and routers, you know, we set them up with our own passwords and all that stuff online. And I always feel when disposing of them that I need to reset the router first. I know if somebody else picks it up and plugs it in, they probably have to set up their own password and all that kind of stuff. But there's still something, I don't know, I don't like giving away or disposing of a modem, well, not so much a modem, let's say a router, wireless device that I've used that contains my password and stuff on it. I don't know how it all works really. I usually just I usually just use the override and yeah. Be careful.
Yeah, it's not too late yet.
Look at him. Oh, nice sweater. I'm just videoing the snowfall.
Oh.
First major one.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, quite the thing. You can't help being a bit excited when the first snow comes.
Yeah. So yeah, I try to dispose of things securely, and I don't know, I should just Google and read up on, disposing of routers and wireless modems and things like that. As a matter of fact, I think I'll do that when I go back in. And then I can put my mind at ease. Melissa asked me, she said, well, of course we're sensible. We always talk if one of us should be gone at any time and the other's left behind. Always come up with these things, and we were talking about security the other day. Now, funny enough, she works in IT. She was in this Sunday actually doing a few hours with a big problem they had there, and of course she figured it out. But that's IT. It's specific things that she does in regards to interior health, right? She's a genius with that stuff, and with coding and all that kind of stuff. But then, of course, as a home user, it's totally different. Like, if she wants to find something, find some movie or file or series online, or basic things like that, it's like she always asks me, because that's not what she does. I do that stuff, so I do that on the computer. If something is obtainable that she can't find, she knows I'm the one to ask, and I'll find it if it exists out there. And all kinds of little things as a home user, how to secure your PC, and upgrade parts and all that kind of stuff, because I've been into tech since before Windows or Mac OS or anything like that. And so we have different levels of knowledge for different things. And we got on the subject of security, and when one of us passes on, and she even said, I didn't even think of that. I said, yeah, if something goes wrong with the PC, or time comes you need to replace it or upgrade it, you can't just stick it in the bin, because if somebody else, whether it's our laptops or our computers, I don't put passwords and have to log in. I make everything automatic. As soon as you turn it on, you're in your operating system, and I prefer it that way, just for speed's sake. But I always say, if we go on vacation, or we happen to take the laptop with us, or we take the laptop to the library, I'm always like, never let it out of your sight, because if somebody ever grabs that, they're in the operating system right away, and they'll have access to everything that we have, all our documents and passwords and so forth. So I said, yeah, when it comes time that, if you need to dispose of something and I'm not around, well, you can basically just Google how to securely dispose of your laptop or PC, and they'll tell you, you can either download a program that will wipe the hard drive, or rewrite all the, even after you format it, of course, there's information is retrievable with certain programs, so you can run something that'll encrypt it with whatever military level protection or whatever. I said, or I know if you can't be bothered with all that, and you're worried about security, just take the drill and drill a hole through the hard drive, or through the SSD. I said, then nothing's retrievable. So, but those are things people need to think about when you dispose of personal devices. I've found a tablet. I'll give it to Apple for this. I've found an Apple tablet or iPhone, an old one, and if I can't get right into it and I don't know the PIN, It's usually not worth the trouble. Yeah, some older models, there's various techniques and tricks you can do and all kinds of things. For very specific models, usually, Apple will fix it with the next upgrade. But for the most part, yeah, if you're locked out when you don't have the pin, it's usually not worth the trouble. And you know people who have found things like that, because I see on forums all the time. Oh, I accidentally entered my my code too many times. Now it's prompting me for the right one, and I forgot the password for my Apple account and all. And then in the end, I'm like, oh, fuck off! You've either stolen or found somebody else's Apple device, and you're simply trying to get back into it or reset it. So, but people are funny that way. They always acting like, oh, I'm like, no, if that's true, you could just take it to the nearest friggin' Apple store, so-called a Genius Bar, and they'll sort you out for a little bit of money or whatever. Or maybe you have a plan or something, I don't know. But you can always tell these people who are trying to crack into old Apple devices, or sometimes even newer Apple devices, with all kinds of outrageous claims on reasons why they don't have their password or they've blocked themselves out. And it's like, yeah, no, just take it to the Apple. Oh, I can't take it to the Apple store because blah blah blah. No, it's all bullshit. Fuck you found or stole some device you're trying to crack into. So, anyways, I've blabbed on too much, and you're probably tired of looking at all this snow now. But that's it. I'll end it here. Bye.